Hi everyone, welcome to September. The summer went by fast and now we are in the throes of the school year. I believe that most kids have gone back to school no matter where you are. I'm in Texas and kids have gone back to school. They went back to school weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago. So I know other people start school in other places after Labor Day. So most kids that I know of are back in school. So one of the things that I wanted to share with you all was a conversation I had with a young man who was lifeguarding. So my younger son and I were at the pool the other day, and he and I just got to talking. I was just inquiring about just them, what they had going on, their ages, what they were going to do when the pool season ended. And so he began to share his story, and a couple of things that he shared with me that I thought were really insightful for someone his age. So he hadn't quite hit his 20s yet, but he was old enough to be out of high school. And so one of the things that he shared with me, because I asked him, he started talking about, telling me his story, and he said that when he got to high school, he just kind of got off track. And so I asked him, where did he think the breakdown happened? And he said in 6th grade, and he started hanging with the wrong people. And then he said he thought he was too cool for school. And so he just, he said he got into fights. He just was doing the most. He said he wasn't putting a lot of time and attention into his schoolwork. And so now he's telling his younger brother to, focus on his schoolwork, make sure that he does what he's supposed to. And so I just thought that that was really interesting. So fast forward, he's lifeguarding. He doesn't really know what he wants to do. And so we were talking about that. And I was just kind of giving him some pointers and some tips based on what I knew about some of the things that he talked about wanting to do. And so he did say that also his mom, when he got to high school, he was like, everything that happened, he was like, I'm not blaming her. He's like, but she did allow me to have a lot more freedom when I got to high school. And so 2 things I just, wanted to point out. One, he said he thought he was too cool for school, which leads me to ask, and even wonder, I was thinking about what TV shows or what people in our community express to young men, to boys that are growing up, that school is good. Like school is fun, and you should, want to be in school, and school can lead to other things. Now, a post for another day, a video for another day, and I'll talk about school engagement and why I think we need to change our whole educational system and to engage boys, because how it's set up right now is not for boys. But that's a whole video for another day. But I was wondering, I was thinking, like, there really isn't anything to suggest to boys that school is good for them. And so I thought about that, and I also thought about that a lot of parents think that, okay, my son is in middle school, and so he's got it. And so what I have found from research, from studying, is that the breakdown happens usually in middle and high school, partly because, as parents, we think, okay, they're older now, they're more self-sufficient, they can figure out things on their own, but that's when other things start just kind of skyrocketing, like peer pressure and hanging with the wrong crowd and doing the wrong thing and making bad choices and all the things. They're now open to a lot more things than they were in elementary school, and nobody is, coddling them. Everybody's expecting them to know and to be better and to do better. So I just wanted to point out that if you are raising a son, that it is imperative that you stay connected to him and with him from middle school all the way through high school, because I think it's easy for them to get derailed. And then the other thing, I was talking to my son about it, about, being too cool for school and what he thought about it. And he said, I thought at one time that I was too cool for school. And I was looking at him like, you love school. What are you talking about? But I do realize that there aren't a lot of examples of, boys being middle and high school, adolescent age, and loving school or enjoying school. And so we need to do something to change that. We need some more examples and some more models of boys, saying that school is the way to go. And so those are a couple of things that I just wanted to share with you based on what the young man shared with me. I have some more, but I'll save that for another day. And so if you have not joined our newsletter, join today and you'll get all kind of tips. September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and so there's a lot going on in terms of suicidal ideation, mental health, especially as it pertains to boys, because society tells them that if you, start to express your feelings, then you're weak. And so it's very important that we talk to our sons about mental health and give them a safe space to be able to express themselves. So if you haven't joined the newsletter, join, and so that you can get these tips. Also, if you haven't, I have a podcast called Raising Sons. I am on hiatus right now, but if you go back and listen, I talk about emotional resilience and regulation. I interview a mental health therapist that works with boys. And so check that out as well. I have a devotional on the YouVersion app. And so there'll be a link to that devotional as well. And yeah, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and join the newsletter if you're looking for some tips, because all this month I am talking about suicide prevention awareness for our young men, for our boys and young men. So yeah, that's all for this month. I hope that as you are parenting your kids, as you are parenting your sons, that you are also taking care of yourself. All right, until next time.